Ndidi's life broke the year she turned 16. One night, her parents left home and never came back. A car crash on the expressway ended 2 lives and shattered 3 more. As the first child, Ndidi watched her siblings cry in confused silence while adults whispered over their heads, calculating, negotiating, dividing. In the end, they didn't say it that way, but that's what happened. The children were shared. Her younger brother went to an uncle in Lagos. Her little sister went to their grandmother in the village, and Ndidi was sent to her aunt in Onitsha. Her aunt already had 3 children. Ndidi made it 4. The house was not wicked, just hard. Hard water, hard food, hard life. Money was never enough. Her aunt's husband did his best, but his best was always followed by manage it like that. Ndidi was only 16, but her body didn't care. She had grown fast and carried herself with the kind of maturity grief forces on young shoulders. Boys on their street noticed before she did. Eyes followed her when she fetched water. Whispers trailed her on her way to buy gari. She learned quickly to walk fast. Face straight, bag clutched to her chest. After WAEC, the conversation was short. "Auntie, I want to write JAMB," she said one evening, trying not to sound afraid. "With which money?" Her aunt replied, not unkindly, just tired. "Your mates are going to learn work. You too, you will learn work. University is not running." And that was it. University was wrapped and tied in a nylon bag labeled future. Tailoring became her present. The tailoring shop was a long, low space with a humming chorus of machines, iron tables, and scattered fabric. The tailor, Madame Esther, was strict but fair. And Ndidi swept, cut lining, threaded needles till her fingers toughened. When she got to sew simple seams, something in her spirit lifted. On slow days, she would scroll through Instagram and Facebook on clients' phones when they weren't looking. That was where she first saw Vicky James. Perfect finishing, luxurious fabrics, boss energy. One evening, while closing the shop, she whispered to herself, "Someday my dresses will look like this. Someday people will save money just to wear Ndidi." She smiled at the thought, then locked the door and walked home. That walk was where she met him. "Hey, excuse me," a voice called out from behind her. Ndidi turned. A tall guy, early 20s, clean haircut, casual shirt, was grinning at her like they shared a secret. "How are you doing?" he asked. "I'm fine," she replied. "But do I know you?" He laughed. "Not yet. My name is Obiora. I live just down that road." He pointed, still smiling. "And what does that have to do with me?" she asked, eyebrows raised. He laughed again, hands up in surrender. "Calm down now. I'm not here to harm you. I've been seeing you on this road for a long time. I like you. I just want to be your friend." "Thank you. I'm not interested." She turned and walked away. He watched her go. The rejection stinging but not enough to stop him. The next week, he tried again. This time he walked beside her. "Don't be mean to me," he said, half joking. "I really like you. What will it take for you to believe I'm serious?" She stared at him for a moment, then sighed. "Fine, we can be friends. On one condition." "Name it." "You'll stop following me up and down like a stalker." He laughed loudly. Agreed. From that day, her walk home stopped being quiet. Obiora told her he schooled at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. He was home for holidays. He was funny, playful, attentive. He asked her about her dreams, listened when she talked about fashion and Vicky James. Weeks blurred into months. Friendship slowly tilted into something else. When he went back to school, the road felt longer, the evenings emptier. Ndidi realized she had come to expect his presence, his questions, his bright, "How was today?" She didn't have the language for it, but she felt it clearly. She missed him. He came back a few months later. She saw him from afar, and before she could think, Her legs were already running. She hugged him so tightly she almost knocked him over. "If I didn't know any better," he said, laughing softly, "I would think you missed me." She looked away shyly. "Of course I missed you." They started holding hands openly after that. Nobody needed to announce it. They were together. By the time she turned 17, they were officially boyfriend and girlfriend. At 18, Obiora walked into her shop with a gift that changed everything. A sewing machine. Not the rickety, struggling type. A solid, brand new machine. Her mouth fell open. She touched it like it was made of glass. "Is this for me?" she asked. "For you," he said. "You've been so serious with this work. I want to support you." She hugged him, eyes wet. "What did I do to deserve you? You've been nothing but a blessing in my life." He smiled. "Because I love you. You make me happy. I want to see you happy too." That night, lying on a thin mattress, staring at the ceiling, she made a quiet decision. "This is my husband. One day I will become like Vicky James and he will be beside me, and we will laugh about these days." She believed it with her full chest. After graduating, Obiora moved to Port Harcourt to look for a job. They continued talking on the phone. Ndidi clung to each call like oxygen. "When will I see you again?" she would ask. "I miss you." "I miss you too, my love," he'd reply. "Soon, you'll come and visit me." 2 years later, the conversation changed. "I want you to come and stay with me," he said one evening. "Move in next month." Her heart jumped. "I want to," she said, "but you know my aunt. Where will I tell her I'm going? I don't have any family in Port Harcourt. She won't agree." "Then we will give her something to agree with," he replied calmly. "Apply for admission. Tell her you got a full scholarship. Say it's University of Port Harcourt. I'll handle the rest. I will rent a shop for you. Yeah. We'll plan your studies. I want you by my side." She went quiet, thinking, a shop, school, him. "You will rent a shop for me and support me to school?" she asked again, to be sure. "Yes." "Oh God," she whispered. "What did I do to deserve you?" That night, she pictured herself as the next Vicky James of Port Harcourt. A big shop, workers everywhere, clients booking months in advance, her name on labels, her husband waiting at home, 2 children, a boy and a girl, a perfect life, she agreed. She told her aunt she had gotten a full scholarship to study at Uniport. The story spread. Their small sitting room was full of joy. Her aunt danced. "God has done it," they shouted. Nobody suspected the lie. At the end of the month, Ndidi packed her clothes, her sewing things, and her dreams, and entered a bus to Port Harcourt. In her family's eyes, she was going to university. In reality, she was going to live with her boyfriend. When Ndidi arrived, Obiora's apartment looked beautiful to her. 2 bedrooms, tiled floors, a small balcony. Compared to her aunt's cramped space in Onitsha, this felt like luxury. He treated her like a queen. Breakfast in bed, movie night, outings, soft kisses, and my wife sprinkled in conversations. Within a few months, he rented a small shop for her, just as he promised. Ndidi called everything a miracle. Within the first year of moving, she got pregnant. Obiora was over the moon when their son arrived. He carried the boy like he was carrying a crown prince, bought things he couldn't afford, boasted to neighbors, slept with a smile on his face. Ndidi thought, "This is it. I'm building my family, my own home. Life is finally good to me." But life doesn't always break your heart loudly. Sometimes it starts with small, quiet cracks. First, school. "Babe, when will I start this, my university?" she asked one day, bouncing their son in her arms. "Very soon," he replied. "Let me just settle at work. You know things are still rough." She believed him. Months passed, bills increased, baby needs multiplied. School was always very soon. Then came baby number 2, then baby number 3. By the time Ndidi turned 25, she had 3 children under the age of 5. 3 little humans calling, "Mommy, Mommy," from morning to night. Her shop was still running, but barely. Customers complained when she delayed. Fitting appointments collided with breastfeeding. She would pin fabric with one hand, adjust a crying child with the other. Some days she had to close early because one child had fever or 2 were crying at once. There was no nanny, no help, no mother, no aunt, no sister, just her. And Obiora, he started changing, coming home later, smiling less, touching her less, snapping when she asked questions. "Where did you sleep last night?" she asked one morning, eyes red from crying. "Do I owe you explanation?" he shot back. "You're in my house, eating my food, using my light. Allow me to breathe." The words hit her like blows. Something inside her cracked. On paper, Ndidi had everything she thought she wanted. Man, children, roof, shop. In reality, she was alone. She couldn't tell her aunt the truth. They believed she was a university student. She couldn't tell her siblings. They still saw her as the responsible big sister. She had no close friends in Port Harcourt. No one to hold her hand and say, "You're not mad? This is hard." So she swallowed it. The sleepless nights, the resentment, the fear that she'd wasted her life, the guilt of even daring to think that. Some days she would sit in the bathroom, cover her mouth with her hand, and cry silently so the children wouldn't hear. This is not the life I imagined. Where did I go wrong? How did I get here? Her turning point didn't come in church. It came on Facebook. One night, when the children had finally slept and the house was dark, except for her small phone screen, she stumbled on a video from a page called The Sable Woman. The woman on screen spoke straight, no sugarcoating. She talked about women who lost themselves in men's promises, about hiding their reality from family out of shame, about staying in situations that were draining them because what will people say? Ndidi felt like someone had opened her chest and was reading directly from her heart. She watched another video, then another. Then she found Nkechi Bianze, talking boldly about women choosing themselves. Then Omotoyosi Ogunbawo, breaking down cycles of emotional manipulation. Then Omo Obi, speaking calmly about financial independence and boundaries. Night after night, she listened. At first, defensively, then curiously, then hungrily. They were not perfect, they were not saints, but they were loud, clear, unafraid. They said things she had never heard a woman say openly. Your life did not end because you had children. You are not trapped. You are under-informed and under-supported. You can start again. Slowly, quietly, strategically. Something inside her that had been lying flat for years sat up. She started changing small things. She created a hidden savings stash. Every time she got paid for a dress, she removed a little, no matter how small, and put it away. She stopped begging Obiora for affection, stopped waiting at the door for him, stopped tying her entire emotional stability to whether he noticed her hair or not. Instead, she poured her energy into her children and herself. She followed more pages, commented on posts, connected with other women in the comments, learned from their stories. That was how she met Sandra. Sandra lived in Lagos. She was in a Facebook group for women where Ndidi had once shared a carefully edited version of her story. No names, just situation. Sandra slid into her inbox. "Hey sis, I read your story. I don't know you, but I felt it deeply. If you ever need a place to breathe, my door is open. I mean it." Ndidi didn't take it seriously at first. She'd learned not to trust easily, but over months, they kept talking. Sandra checked in, Sometimes sent small airtime, sometimes just listened. Sandra never pushed. She just repeated gently, "Whenever you're ready to change your life, I will stand with you. You're not alone." When Ndidi finally decided to leave, it didn't feel like a lightning bolt. It felt like something that had been building for a long time finally reaching the edge. "I saw a fashion training in Lagos," she told Obiora one evening, heart pounding. "It's just for one weekend. If I attend, it will help me upgrade my styles. More modern, more money." "You're not going anywhere," he snapped immediately. "Who will take care of the children?" "Me." "I won't stay long," she pleaded. "Just from Friday to Sunday. I will be back on Monday. Please. This will help the business. More money for this family. Please." She knelt down on the floor and begged. After a long silence, he sighed. "Fine. Go. But be back by Monday. No stories." "I promise," she said. She knew she was lying. She packed light. Just enough to look like a short trip, not enough to expose her real plan. On Thursday, she boarded a bus to Lagos. Her stomach was in knots. She looked at other passengers and wondered if they could smell her fear, her guilt, her hope. At the park, Sandra was waiting. "Sis," Sandra shouted, waving. The hug they shared felt like home, a home Ndidi never knew she needed. Sandra's apartment was small but warm. She gave Ndidi a room, fed her, let her sleep properly for the first time in years. "Stay as long as you need," Sandra said. "I'm serious. You will not go back to that situation empty-handed again." Ndidi cried that night, quietly, gratefully. She ignored Obiora's calls. Messages poured in. "Where are you? Why is your phone off? You think you can leave my house like that? Are you dead?" He couldn't call her family. In their eyes, she was in school in Port Harcourt, not living with him. If he exposed himself now, questions would rain down. He was trapped in his own lie. For the first time in years, Ndidi had distance, space, silence. Sandra did more than talk. She moved. She introduced Ndidi to her friend who owned a big fashion house in Lagos, one frequented by celebrities, influencers, high-paying clients. They tested Ndidi with a few alterations. Her work was neat. Her finishing was clean. Her eye for fitting was sharp. "You learned well," the owner said. "We can take you in. The pay won't be huge at first, but there's room to grow. And we train our staff regularly." Ndidi accepted on the spot. The first few months were intense. Lagos speed is not Port Harcourt speed. Orders flew in. Styles changed constantly. They had weekly trainings on new trends. Ndidi's hands, already skilled, became deadly accurate. Her old dream of being like Vicky James didn't seem childish anymore. It felt possible. With Sandra's encouragement, she took another bold step. She enrolled in the National Open University of Nigeria to study law. She wanted more than needle and thread. She wanted tools to fight, to negotiate, to stand tall, in court or outside it. Her life became a cycle. Morning, work at the fashion house. Evening, online lectures, textbooks, assignments. Night, exhaustion, but a deep, quiet pride. Sometimes she would think of her children and feel like someone was squeezing her heart from inside. But each time, she reminded herself, "I am not abandoning them. I am rebuilding so I can come back for them properly." Broken mothers don't raise whole children. I need to become whole. Time, when used well, is a powerful thing. Within 5 years, Ndidi completed her law degree. She passed her bar exams. She became Barrister Ndidi. She moved out of Sandra's place and got her own apartment. She opened a ready-to-wear fashion store in a busy area of Lagos. Clean walls, soft lighting, rows of dresses with her label on them. She employed staff, cutters, tailors, a front desk manager. Sometimes she would stand in the middle of her shop, watching customers try on clothes with excitement and think, this was supposed to kill me. This life, these experiences, instead, they sharpened me. She cried one day, standing alone in her bank shop after closing. Not from sadness, this time from relief. She sent Sandra money regularly. Not because Sandra asked, but because Ndidi would never forget. Who opened her door? Who believed in her before she believed in herself? Who risked hosting a woman who had nothing but 3 children and a shattered story behind her? Sandra, she told her one day, if not for you, I would still be there, shrinking. Sandra laughed. No, if not for you, you would still be there. You're the one who walked away. 6 years. That was how long it took before Ndidi set foot in Port Harcourt again. She didn't come as that girl living with one guy with 3 children. She returned as barrister Ndidi, fashion entrepreneur, woman who had rebuilt her life from ground zero. When she walked up to Obiora's compound, he almost dropped. He was standing outside, talking to a neighbor, when he turned and saw her. For a second, he thought it was a ghost. She looked different, more beautiful, yes, but that wasn't it. She carried herself with a calm authority, a quiet self-assurance he had never seen in her before. Obiora, she said, voice steady. Relax, it's me. He opened his mouth, closed it, opened it again. No sound came out. She smiled faintly. I came to see my children. Behind him, she saw a woman moving around inside the house, carrying a child that wasn't hers. Obiora had moved another girlfriend in to help with the kids. Ndidi wasn't surprised. She had long accepted who he was. They didn't fight. There was no shouting match, no drama for the street. He stepped aside. She entered. Seeing her children again almost broke her. They had grown. Their faces carried traces of her and him. Her eldest son looked at her for a long moment, as if trying to connect the memory of the woman who left with the woman now standing in front of him. I am your mother, she said, tears in her eyes. I'm so sorry I've been away, but I'm here now, and I'm not going anywhere again, not like before. She spent a week in Port Harcourt, cooking for them, listening to them, learning their routines. She didn't rush bonding. She respected their confusion and their feelings. When the week was nearly over, she sat across from Obiora in the sitting room. We are going to co-parent, she said, not begging, just stating. I will visit them, they will visit me. I will contribute financially, and I will be present in their lives. He started to protest, out of old habits. She leaned forward slightly. I am a lawyer now, she reminded him calmly. If you want to fight this, we can wear suits and meet in court. Or we can choose peace and raise these children without stress. Your choice. He stared at her. This was not the girl who had knelt and begged for permission to attend the training. This was not the girl who cried silently in the bathroom. This was a woman who had left, built herself back up, and returned standing tall. He swallowed. We can co-parent, he said quietly. Good, she replied, for their sake. She hugged her children tightly when it was time to leave. She promised to call, to visit, to host them in Legos during holidays. As she walked away from the compound, she didn't feel like she was escaping anymore. She felt like she was transitioning between 2 worlds she had chosen how to manage. Back in Lagos, the rhythm of her life continued. Court cases, clients, staff management, fashion collections, online speaking engagements. Sometimes when young women messaged her on social media, Miss Ndidi, I'm stuck. Miss, I have kids. Is my life over? Miss, how did you do it? She would smile sadly and answer, your life is not over, but nobody is coming to save you. There are women online, like the Sable Woman, like Nkechi Bianze, like Omotoyosi Ogunbawo, like Omobi, who are already shouting. Listen to them, learn, plan, then move. slowly if you must, but move. Because she knew the truth. Her freedom didn't start the day she left Port Harcourt. It started the day she allowed herself to believe she deserved better. The day she stopped waiting for Obiora to change. The day she stopped hiding her pain from herself. The day she chose to be the main character in her own life, not a side character in a man's story. Ndidi's story was not pretty. It was not clean. It was not the kind of testimony that fits neatly into a church microphone session. But it was real. She loved. She trusted. She fell. She lied to survive. She carried shame. She walked away. She rebuilt. She came back, not to beg, but to parent from a place of power. And that is the kind of story other women need to see. Not just the pain, but the process. Not just the heartbreak, but the strategy. Not just the suffering, but the rebirth.